Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day today, and welcome back to the neighborhood. I don't know what this one section of hair over here is doing. I have not turned on the music yet, but welcome in, friends. Hope you're all doing good. Before I actually go and turn it on, I just want to make sure that I verbally address this aside from my pinned message. We do have a bunch of isolated thunderstorms in here, like in our area. Sometimes they pass over me, sometimes they will not, sometimes they're just really sporadic right now. In addition to a tornado watch, there's just all kinds of really sporadic weather issues. Now that's out of the way, and also the fact that I may end early. It just depends on how the stream goes. We're gonna have to eyeball it. Gonna go ahead and turn the music on now. Give me a second. And okay, there we go. I forgot to unmute it at first, so you should be able to hear it now. Let me know how that is, if I need to adjust anything. I think it should be fine. Okay, there we go. I'm always forgetting that whenever I do the transition part that it cuts me off if I'm talking during the transition. But I believe that's it though. Let me say hello to everyone. Hello Hannah, hello Zach, hello Allie, and hello Megs. Welcome in, hope you're all doing well. Yeah, I truly have no idea how long this stream will be. I'm sorry that yesterday's scheduled stream did not end up happening. I was having, for a multitude of reasons, a lot of them like kind of private, where I just was not having a fun time last night. I really wasn't, I'm sorry. But I'm here now. As for how the rest of this week is going to go, I will continue to update everybody, primarily in my Discord server, just so that way I'm not like spamming my YouTube community posts, or community tab posts technically. Because that'll be annoying. That will clog people's feeds, and I don't think that's going to be pleasant. Yeah, I think that's the bulk of my announcements at the moment. It's funny because it's raining on my island too. Oh, wait, hold on. Just in case Rocket wants to leave, let me go ahead and talk to her. Ooh, okay. Okay. So let me just make sure that I do the right response. Because if you ever really wanted a villager to leave, or even if you just like didn't like want them to leave necessarily, but you were just kind of like okay with it, I want to make sure that I clicked the right response. In other words, if you are also not part of the Discord server, just to update you, I did cut my hair again. I still have quite a bit of hair. Like before, like a good while back, it like very nearly went to my hip. And then I cut like a few inches off because the ends were like very see-through, scraggly. It was not a good look. So I cut those off. And then due to mechanical breakage, which is very different from like chemical damage, heat damage, and so on, I still had some of that was like starting to mess up more of the ends that I had, so I cut even more of it off the other day. But it's still pretty long. I'm not gonna cut off any more at the moment just because that would make me a little bit unhappy. I like having a good amount of hair. I like having it long. But a good amount is gone now. I got off work, then we went to pick up Harley from the groomer. She had a rough time. She's good now. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I mean, I'm glad that she's doing better now. I'm sorry that she wasn't having a good time earlier. Hello, Anthony, and hello, Cozy Cuties TV. Welcome in. Please let me know how the volume is so I'm not like essentially blasting everyone's eardrums, because that would not be good. That would not be a fun time. Was there anything else I needed to address? 'Cause I've already addressed the weather. I mentioned the thing with my hair. Not that you can even really see, because with where the camera ends, you can't really tell. My ends are a lot softer now, though, because I've cut off a bunch of old mechanical scraggly damage. It's cool. Like, I keep wanting to, like, sit there and feel it. Okay, so what's over here? I'm gonna go ahead and buy all of this just so I can add it to my catalog. It's always nice to increase what I have, even if it's stuff that I'm not really sure I'll ever use. It's just nice. I had one of those moments today where I get into that hourly range of being like anywhere between like 1 to 4, where I'm like just so tired and I want a nap so badly. And I don't get why that happens to me, but that happens almost every single day. My favorite villager? My favorite villager is Portia. I feel like she's very underrated. And she was really anxious at the groomer. She had her anxiety meds, but she was really worked up today. I love my groomer. She's really great. Have you ever seen any of those videos where it's like, whether it's like on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, just somewhere online, where someone's dog goes and gets their hair cut or fur cut, technically. They go to the groomers, and then the job that was done on their fur was really botched in some way. And it's like, on one hand, I feel really bad for the animal because they'd just be looking goofy now, but it's kind of funny. It's a little funny. Only reason I told him no, so I want to see like the different options right now. Watch things flip and rotate to work on my flips. What does that even mean? Your own utopia where you can eat peaches all the time. That seems like a really tropical theme to me. I'm gonna go with this one. Hello, Coda, welcome in. Like, if you look at the background, you can see Apple doing a workout. Peach Paradise. That looks like it has nothing to do with peaches, but it's already too late, so it's okay. We will work with it. I'm always so like annoyingly picky with this part. You know what? It's for good reason. I feel like something with a lot of water would suit him. Imagine I said that and then chose like all the stone. Wasn't there a different one that had like more? I swear I feel like there's one missing. There's probably not, and I'm just imagining things, but I feel like there is. And it's bothering me now. I got like perfume in my mouth. Sometimes I spray perfume before a stream, even though you can't smell me because it makes me feel more ready. And I'm like inhaling it by accident because I sprayed it like on my neck and chest area. That does not taste good. Ew. That's just because I mixed them together. I mixed like two. I'm not sure if this one will be the right choice. Well, he said peach paradise, but not all the furniture looks like that. So maybe it should be a beachy one or like a semi-beachy one, but still with water. I'll pick one soon, I promise. I just get really, really unnecessarily picky. No, that's not it. This whole stream is just me sifting through map ideas. Okay, you know what? I might regret it, but I'm gonna choose that one. Other than Animal Crossing mobile games you play, I play Stardew Valley. I haven't started streaming yet just because I've been super like back and forth about if I want to do streams or videos, but I want to do Sunhaven at some point. And then whenever Tomodachi Life comes out, I will also do that. I'm not sure what exact form that will be taken in, but there will be some form of Tomodachi Life on my channel. I used to have a lot more games, but I felt like that kind of got a little overwhelming, and I only stream a couple times per week usually. So I have it limited to just a couple at the moment. I kind of want to change my work uniform again. I haven't even had the pineapple hat that long. It's just, I want to change it. Open that and then we'll go back inside. You know what, that can stay out there. I feel like that's going to take up a little bit too much room inside anyways. All right. I feel like now that I have like the room expansion options, this starter size is always way too small. I'm not sure if I want it like a big square. I might keep it a little bit more like a rectangle. If I change my mind, I'll make it a bit longer. And confirm Lexi used to stream Roblox sometimes for hiatus, but there was not much content to make as far as Roblox streams go. Yeah, that's very true. Roblox streams were also like kind of risky just in the sense of like it was really easy to accidentally get a copyright claim. Like you could have every innocent intention and then it'll just randomly play something in the background of a game that you wanted to stream and then just boom, copyright claim. It's interesting because these pieces of furniture are red, but he also seems to want like peach stuff and I don't really know how to combine that right now. I'm working on crocheting a small dragonite tapestry while I watch the stream, so I won't be as chatty today. Remember your roach skin on Roblox? I loved it. That was truly just something that you had to be there for. That was a fun time. That does not fit. Okay. This I could see maybe working with like a couple of pink items along with the peach chair thrown in. I just don't think I can do tons of pink because then it's gonna look kind of funny with these. You know what I mean? I have to be really strategic about what colors of which items that I use. Like, I think whatever TV area there is or whatever eating area there is, I'll use the peach chairs for that. And hopefully it looks good. Okay. I don't usually choose this corner for a bed area, so right now that's going to mark off where the bedroom is going to be. I think I want that to be where eating happens, and then more of a lounging spot will go generally on the left side of the room, and we'll find something, maybe just a rug or even like a rug and one more item, and go in the middle. Lexi, how are you? Hello, Grayson, welcome in. I'm good, just tired and also trying to keep an eye on the weather at the moment. Hello, Captain Price, welcome in. I'm good, how are you? Just a little tired today. I feel like decor builds on Happy Home Paradise always look so funny looking at first, just because like you don't have everything set out yet and you can't really get a vibe for what to build on until you've got a little something going. Yeah, I feel like you just kind of have to mess around with it a little bit for a while at first. At first I was gonna have it be a table and then have like a TV behind it, but I feel like some general items on top of this with the TV behind that would be a better idea. I can relate to the tiredness. Yeah, I just have been really sleepy lately. Kind of annoying. And also inconvenient. Actually, no, that is a little bit too large. Or maybe I just need to, yeah, I just need to scoot the TV up a bit. Just a little bit. That helps. Now, does it still look funny? Not necessarily. I might end up moving it again, but we'll see. Is there a pink one for this? I think there is. Yep. Okay. Well, is that gonna look funny? Like, is that gonna get in the way of the TV potentially? I'm not sure. I can't tell. For the couch, there's not a ton of options that I have to work with at the moment. It would have been really nice if I could have made that red, but it's okay. There's technically the double sofa. It's just a little bit annoying though, because I feel like its general structure does not match the vibe of other things in the room. These are technically supposed to be privacy screens, so I feel like it makes more sense for a bedroom, but I feel like I like it closing off the living room spot. And now I just need to fill out this part of the room. And also probably add some lighting, because it's a little dark in there. I'm not gonna add another one over here because then he can't even get on the bed if I do that. Before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and add the above lighting because I will very easily forget about that if I don't. Because we have a couple of little tidbits of pink here and there, I'm gonna see how I feel about having the pink imperial lamps and see if that would be better than the matching red ones for everything else. You know, I do think I like that. I feel like that helps all the other hints of pink look better. It makes them fit more. And then I want to have a little phone or something on the wall. Antique phone would look good. Okay, I like this, but I do feel like a rug would help to complete it. But do I have a good enough rug? I like this, but now I feel like it's sticking out a little bit too much on the edges. Not that that's like the most important detail in the world, but it just looks funny. I wish we could customize the sizes of the rugs. That would be really helpful. Okay, well, now I can't get to the rug under it. There, put it back. And let's just walk around a bit, see how this feels. I feel like this is good. I'm happy with this. That little lamp string is kind of in the way, but it's okay because I'm not actually turning the TV on. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I'm not going to bother with it this time. I'm assuming the volume for the music is okay because I think that, or actually I don't think I've seen anybody say anything in chat. Seems like it's okay. Okay. Now what kind of color do I want for the outside? There was a lot of reds and there was a bit of pink on the inside, but what about the outside? I feel like I complain about this almost every time that I stream Happy Home Paradise, but it just, I'm sorry, it irritates me so much. Whenever it says like there's red for some of the siding, then you go on the roof and you choose like a red roof, it's never the same kind of red. Like, how do they expect us to match anything when it does that? Like, that is just not how it works, Animal Crossing. Come on now. What was that noise? I think it was a bird outside. That one kind of seems splendid the most, but then I feel like I need to choose a brown roof. And if I do that, then I feel like I might need to add peach trees, and I can't do that because the peach trees won't grow on the sand. I want to be able to fit it into this little corner and I can't. I also wish that we could turn the houses. Like if we could just turn it to the side a little bit, that would be really helpful. Now, I know that might realistically be in the way, but I wanted to try. Yeah, I feel like that looks kind of cute. I like it. I might end up changing it, but for right now, I feel like it's cute. So it can say. Never mind, I stand corrected. I thought it was going to get mad at me for trying to plant these on the sand. Move that one forward a little bit and then angle this one in between. So that way you can kind of see the palm part without necessarily seeing the coconuts. Dinner's almost ready. I'm so hungry. I read that as hangry in my head. What are you having though? I still don't know. I'm not gonna make the outside terribly complex. I just need to figure out what suits the vibe. Like 2 lanterns beside this would look good. And then I can't even like grab it anymore. Hello? Can you let me grab the lantern, please? It does for like a second and then I don't click the button fast enough. Struggling. Please let me. There we go. Fighting for my life just now. That should not have been that hard. Hot dogs and hand-cut fries. Do you like sweet potato fries? I forgot. I like sweet potato fries. In fact, I'm gonna make that a poll. Because why not? Why not? Just for funsies. Sorry, it's taking me a while. I made a typo at first that I had to fix. And then I made another typo. Love that for me. Okay, so out of these options, which do you prefer? I'm sure there's like a couple more, like waffle fries are an option, but just out of those options, which one is your favorite? So can I not put any furniture back up there just for decoration? That's disappointing. That's really disappointing, actually. Okay, I feel like that angle, like adjusting it slightly, helped with the vision just a bit. No, I don't know where I would put that. No, because he did want the peaches, I'm gonna put another one of these outside. I just don't know where I want it to end up being. And I kind of want some flowers, but I feel like it might look funny just being flowers on the sand. Yeah, that looks a little weird. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna move that and put it somewhere else, but I'll still use it. Where though? I feel like that leaves like a little surprise to find. I was like, you don't necessarily need to go back through here. You can go through the sides. And you really only mainly need to go through the right to be able to get to the house and to walk over here. And you have the cute little peach surprise box. I do feel like it's still missing like one more thing. I'm just not sure what it is yet. And I hate that feeling. It's like, you know you need something, but you just don't know what the something is. Wait, let me try seeing what it would look like whenever it's darker out. I like this. I feel like it looks a little nicer having like the late evening glowy kind of warm vibe. Dinner's ready, Nathan is in charge while I'm gone. No worries. I don't know if I read that sentence correctly because I'm a little tired today, but you know what? I get what you meant. I might have butchered it just a little bit, but it's okay. Well, let me turn it over here and then move it. I think this is good. I'm happy with this. I'll always go back and change it up. You know, I feel like this is a good combination. You know, I added some like hints of pink. I added like a little bit of the peach stuff because he said he wanted a peach paradise. But then again, at the same time, his actual requested furniture was not even peach themed. So I feel like that was a good ratio. You know, have it mostly be the stuff that he technically requested, but have hints of peach and pink. I went ahead and took the picture then, so hopefully that'll count for the picture because I hate having to go out of the way just to take like specific angled photos. Oh, I remember it was saying something about the facilities. I think I might have unlocked the cafe or the restaurant. If I haven't yet, then I'm close. I was thinking about changing my work clothes anyways, so let's go do that. All right, so what should it be now? I still want it to be cute. It's just nice to change it up sometimes. I feel like the band-aids are always a cute option. I don't even know why I would have that many band-aids on my face, but it's fine because it's cute. I like the apple hat. I like that a lot. That's cute. And if I feel like I do that kind of dress, then I need jeans, because then it looks like I'm not wearing pants. Okay, never mind, that's not gonna work. No, I don't like how the denim skirt looks. No, I'll just do this. This'll work. Okay, if I have the option to do like the cafe or the restaurant rather than another house right now, I will probably go ahead and do that just because I've only done the school so far. Never mind, I guess I haven't yet, but I feel like I've got to be close. I've done a good amount of houses. What is your favorite MMO RPG of all time if you have one? I would have to sit and think about that. Also because my brain is not fully booted on today, so I would have to remind myself of which games can be categorized as that. I feel like content creating has done that to me, where it's like I've done that enough now and I've played enough games where I have to like sit and think, wait, which games count as what? I'm not gonna lie, I have to do that. But either way, welcome to the stream. You do flowers through my flower, I said flower heart, but it says flower art. You know, I feel like that is a really fun, cute theme. Let's do that. All the villagers will get a house eventually at some point or another, so I feel like the order doesn't necessarily matter. It's like an artsy garden, like crafty kind of home. That's gonna be cute. I feel like she needs like a spring type of outdoor area, because you can choose like what kind of weather season they get. I'm thinking one of these two, but I want to look at all of my other options too. I might like these. Never mind. False alarm.
Who would win in a fight, you versus Ketchup?
You're always jump scaring me with that. Thank you for the donation. Ketchup the villager. Honestly, even though I'm so much bigger than her, I would still lose because I would not have it in me to fight her. Like, I would just let her beat me up, honestly. I would feel way too bad fighting her. Oh, this one's cute. I feel like this one is by like default usually like snowy, because I feel like you don't always change the ones in the upper right corner where the winter stuff is. But I feel like the combination of having like the nice amount of grass to work with, like the peach, no, not peach, but like the pink flowers from the cherry blossom trees, waterfall, I feel like that one is really good. Yeah, I'd let her beat me up. I wonder how many people have played Happy Home Paradise, but then they never bothered to change the seasons and they just kept whatever the default was. I'm definitely more excited to do the outdoor part than I am the indoor, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like it's usually the other way around. I don't know what it is with me, like as much as I'm like, I don't always feel very confident as a decorator, I feel like I'm still better at interiors than exteriors. I know normally I do extend the rooms, but to be honest, I might keep hers like very like cozy and small and keep most of the stuff outside. But I also might still change my mind. We'll see. I'll try it out with the smaller idea, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll change it. I feel like the green flower wall suits her the best out of all the different flowery ones. What does irk me, though, is the fact that I can't center this perfectly. Or is that centered? I feel like it's not centered. I feel like it looks crooked, but maybe I'm just seeing things. This one would be like her craft table, I think. And then the other one will probably have some plants on it. We'll see. I think there's a sewing kit, isn't there? I feel like I used it just the other day. Perfect, so that matches that area, but what about chairs? What chair am I going to use here? Honestly, I feel like she'd suit either a rocking chair or a ranch chair. As for the other table, where there's plants, aren't there, right? Okay, maybe not that far down. That was a little too far. And then what colors do we have for this? I feel like there needs to be two of them, but I don't know if I want them to be the same color. I kind of want to put something on top of our little like indoor greenhouse, but I don't know what needs to go up there. Or if that would even really look right. I think I want to put the terrariums above the windows. But do they have more of like a bronzy, lighter color? They have a brown and they have a gold. I think I like the gold better. For her, that is. And then we'll just spin it around to get to the other side. They're like a, yeah, that's what I was looking for. The hanging shelves. Well, that has other household stuff on it, but there is a plant. Okay, that really helps that I can change the color of this, because that really makes a world of a difference to me. Because I feel like the silvery design just kind of makes it look like a refrigerator, and I'm not about that. I don't like it looking like a refrigerator. No, thank you. I'm going for the vibe of her house being smaller compared to some of the other rooms that I've done. I feel like her bed being on the smaller side is acceptable. Some of the rooms I feel like need a bigger bed, but not hers. See, there's some of those like kind of annoying moments where I wish the shades of green or like the shades of whatever other color in question matched everything else, because the screen does not match the green for the greenhouse. I said green so many times just now. That was a lot of times. Let's just try the standard color that it comes with. I don't know. I want her to have a side table, but I want it to match the same color of wood as the ranch bed. So this is gonna be mildly irritating to figure out, but it's okay. I could technically also just choose the wooden simple bed. What bedding? Here, let's try that. See if that suits it better. And then what can go on the actual side table now that I've sorted that out? I feel like a gold terrarium to match the ones hanging on the walls would look good. Of course, we need some overhead lighting, so let's see what would match. I feel like just something very simple would look good. In the center of the room, ideally. Okay, now that's centered. And what can go in this corner? Because this is like weirdly empty. We've got her crafting station. We've got her little flower table. We've got the greenhouse, the terrariums. At the hanging shelf, we've got her little corner with the bed. She doesn't have a dresser. She doesn't have a TV. But should I add a TV for her? Hello, Purple Crossing. Welcome to the stream. Will this fit against this wall? Yes, it will. Okay, perfect. I feel like that's a little bit too wide, though. Well, that's about the same. Well, that one look good. One's a little bit better. We're getting somewhere. Then again, should I even add a TV to her room? Because I feel like she's just very nature-y. She needs somewhere to eat. So maybe I should just go back to the ranch table. It's a bit wider, and that can be where she eats. I take this so unnecessarily seriously sometimes. Like, it truly is just a game, and the villagers aren't actually eating anything. I'm just taking it unnecessarily seriously. Hello, Mess, and hello, Crazy. Welcome in. Like, she'd definitely be the type to have some, like, homemade jams. I'll add that. And some bread. A little cute little bread basket. Should I even add a rug? I don't know. I like this for her. I feel like this is cute. I might come back in and change out the rug if I change my mind, but for right now, I like everything else in there. Hello, Sidef. Welcome in. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and change the poll. I've left that up there for a while. Or not change it, but end it. If you are just coming in, please be sure to read the pinned message, please, and thank you. I feel like I need some lotion. The skin on my hands is dry. Hello, Saturn. Welcome in. By the way, everybody, it's Saturn's birthday, so you should say happy birthday to Saturn in the chat. I've already said it, but I'm going to say it again. And I don't want, like, every part of her house to be pink, but I feel like I've been going for a lot of greens on the inside, and I feel like the contrast of the pink outside might help as long as I don't overdo it. It's a little splash of color on the door. Did I do a different door? Happy birthday. I spent my birthday setting up school stuff for my new university and also doing homework. Well, I hope it was still a good day. I really hope so. What I was saying about the weather earlier, if you've just come in, was it's like we've had a lot of sporadic thunderstorms that either stay over us for a little bit, they pass over us, they go around us. They've just been really sporadic. That's like the best word for it. And then we've been under a tornado watch, so that's lovely. I want to use like 3 of these at least. I just don't know where I want to put them yet, so we're gonna ignore how funny looking that is in the corner for now until I figure out what to do with them. My dad is door dashing me Wingstop, as he should. What flavor did you get? You knew I was gonna ask. I love Wingstop. I feel like that's something I've unintentionally made myself known for, is loving Wingstop. Okay, never mind. Now these are gonna chillax in this corner up here because I know what I want to put in the front. I will probably change that fencing though, as long as it lets me. Move that over a little bit. Okay. I feel like she suits the lattice fencing. So we'll get rid of this. Lemon pepper and garlic parm. For some reason, like for like the first half second that I saw that in my head, I didn't register that as garlic parmesan. So I read that as gar parm, and I was like, what is that? Weather's pretty and scary at the same time. Pretty much. Also, I feel like I'm not like fully centered in the camera, and I've just realized that. So if I've been like slightly off this whole time, my bad. But you know what? It's okay. We're all doing our best. Sometimes you don't realize that you're not fully centered on camera, and that's okay. I actually might remove this little bit right here. And then I kind of want to do, I don't normally use this, but I kind of want to add a patch right here just to be like her gardening spot. I'm doing it 1 square at a time so I can be precise about it. It's supposed to be snowing tomorrow and then Friday and then back to 70s on Monday. We love whenever the weather can't decide what it wants. Isn't that amazing? Well, not these, because she wants flowers. I'll do like some roses. Why not make all of them roses? Do red, yellow, and then there's white roses, aren't there? Right. I know there are in the game, but I meant on Happy Home Paradise. Here where I live, we call it fall spring. Our weather has been like, I feel like for a while we weren't getting as much rain, and now we're suddenly getting like more storms than usual. Which I know there's like the whole thing of like April showers bring May flowers, and it's not even April yet, but I don't know, just the weather just does not know what it wants. Like at all. I actually think I'm gonna get rid of the fencing that's in the front because I don't want it to be like too much fencing, but I can scoot the flower beds forward. Min is a bit indecisive lately too. What does that mean? It might be something obvious and I'm not picking up on it, but what does that mean? Sorry. Okay, yeah, I like that a bit better. Because I feel like sometimes there's definitely things such as having too much fencing. And then I'll leave like a slight opening for her to get to in the back. I'll move that tree though, don't worry. These will be more so by her house. And then the barrels, I think I'm just gonna arrange in a really pretty way over here, but change their colors. I'm gonna see Linkin Park in concert next Wednesday. I haven't been to a concert in a while, and that makes me want to go to one. But I hope you have a good time. I hope you get a good deal on some merch. Hope it goes well. Please be safe. And then I still feel like it needs something else too, but I'm not sure what it is yet. I feel like the days it's not supposed to rain is when it rains the most. Honestly, yeah, I agree. I forgot that little pop. It was just my water bottle. You know what I think is interesting in Animal Crossing? Is how there's certain items that you can change the color of, like this, for example. But then there's other items that you think would also make perfectly good sense to also be able to change the color of, and then you can't. Like, I don't understand it. I want to do something with these boxes, but I don't know what I want to do yet. So now I'm just like stacking them unnecessarily. Okay, I was wondering why it wasn't letting me see that. There we go. I maybe, excuse me, hello. Make it look like that's where some of the flower seeds are. I like the pink one, it's cute. Oh, like I said, and then I accidentally choose the red one. Oopsies. I definitely know my colors. Actually, I'll make this one of the things that is set on top of one of the boxes. I feel like these always remind me of like people decorating for pretend weddings in Animal Crossing. And I want to use it, but I don't know where I would put it, so I guess I'm just not going to use it. I was trying to change the trunk size, but oopsies. We'll put like another small one back there too. Let's try doing the pathing one more time and having it lead up to the house. Oh, but then I can't I? Looks in the tree's gonna be in the way. Hold on. If I get rid of this, will it let me center it? That's really annoying. Well, rip, there goes that idea. I would have loved for it to be centered. We'll just do this instead, make it extra wide. Perfect. I feel like this is cute. Let me make sure that she can actually walk back here. Okay, well, I can't, but she probably can. Because the game, honestly, I feel like just like puts the villagers in random places whenever they need to be somewhere else. While she's doing the thing where she kind of looks around the house, I'm gonna take that moment to recheck the weather and see how much longer I'll stream for. Well, now Nico wants to talk to me. Did I do something wrong? I always feel like he's gonna yell at me whenever he does that. Yes, I know how to make the furniture sparkle. I hate them whenever they remind you of this, like they make it seem like you have to do it. Like, no, I'm already done. Not everything needs to have that. Nope, did not mean to do that. I'll do the butterflies. Having a brain fart and I can't remember which button it is. There we go. I promise I know how to play this game. I just keep clicking the wrong buttons for it. I put butterflies on the chair where she's supposed to be eating, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, while it's going, let me recheck the weather. This just makes it look like I'm on my phone. I swear I'm just checking the weather. Okay, so I think for the most part we seem okay now. I'll check again in a little bit and see. But I think I can afford to go for at least a little bit longer. It's just super sporadic, so I'm gonna have to keep checking. We're supposed to have severe storms tonight. What time is it supposed to start? Or actually, what time would that be for me? Because I feel like there's enough time zone differences with all of you that I forget who's in what. With the next facility, maybe I could do that next. I'm gonna make this a poll for you guys. And then, whatever you vote on is what I'll do next. If it'll let me click the poll option, it was like not opening the list at first. Hello. Okay, while that's going, I am gonna go on a semi-brief BRB screen so we can have a little stretch break. And I will be back and then, oops, hello. I don't know why my computer made that noise. I'm sorry if you heard that. I won't be gone long, and then regardless of the amount of votes that were cast, whatever got the most votes while I was gone, I will do that. I did forget though, I need to mute the lo-fi before I go to the other screen, so give me a second. Paused. Muted. Okay. I won't be gone long. I'll be back, and then we'll do a facility whenever I'm back. All right, I'm back. I just needed a good moment. My back was hurting, and also my hip popped. I don't know if that's an issue or not, but I made like a loud clicking noise when I popped it, so that's amazing. Let me go ahead and turn the music back on. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. You should still be able to hear it again. Not still, but you know what I meant. Okay, as for the poll, Cafe got the most votes, so we will do Cafe first. I didn't really have a preference either way, so that is fine with me. I don't remember what I named the school. I think I named it the name of one of my old Stardew Valley farms. I'm not sure. It always looks so like teeny tiny on the outside. I think I made the school like blue-ish. I think that this should match that. Just that it's all like fairly cohesive. I love that the days are getting longer. Did daylight savings mess with all of you too the other day? The same. I can't decide if I like it where it has the white roof, the blue siding, and then the white door, or if I prefer the blue roof with the white siding and the blue door. Either way, the awning is going to be the same. Okay, I'll just go with that. It's fine. Excuse me. I suppose it's been super cloudy and rainy here. I feel like it's been like a lot of days where I've just been wanting to, like, aside from things that I actually need to do and get done, I've just been wanting to be in bed and eat comfort food and be with my cat. Okay, well, first and foremost, this cafe needs to be bigger than this because this is too small. I don't like that one because it just looks like pee. I like the warm lighting of the orange. But I can't decide how dim I want it because if I do this, then imagine like this was the lighting for the cafe and then you're just sitting in the dark. The dream is being able to chill and game all day. Honestly, sounds like a pretty good life. I think I'm just gonna leave it at this for now and then I might go back and change that. But I want it to be like a cozy, warm lighting kind of situation. Right now, it just looks like a prison. Ooh, horizontal or vertical for the floor? If I even do that floor. I feel like I'm not used to having it feel so dark though. So it's gonna take some getting used to. Let me just make sure that I put down the required stuff and then I'll worry about customizing it later. For the chairs, I guess I can do an antique chair. I'm not really sure how I feel about how that looks. I don't like these ones, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And do these. Watch me end up changing my mind really, really quick. Because I wouldn't be surprised. Let's actually put 4 of these side by side with the others and see what looks best. I just like left it like that. Do you find the sound of rain soothing? Like, can you just fall asleep to it? Oh, absolutely. I took a nap earlier. It was kind of brief. And it was still raining when I woke up, so I was like fighting for my life to stay awake. Do you guys do this too with Happy Home Paradise? Like, you just kind of get the necessary stuff put down and then you work with it? Or do you add things as you go? think I'm gonna have this be where the register is. Makes sense to me. And then all the tables, I think will mostly be on the right. Maybe have a little something in this bottom left corner. And then there'll be a little bit of space empty right here because that's where the people will go when they line up. I will need to add some overhead lighting eventually though, because it just, as much as I want like the cozier lighting where it's not super bright and in your face, I just feel like right now it's a little much. Do you think we'll get anything Animal Crossing related next month on their 25th anniversary? I don't think so. I feel kind of pessimistic about it. No, well, not pessimistic. I don't feel like hateful about it, but I don't feel very hopeful that we'll get something. I worded that very poorly, I'm sorry. I want these to be lined up well. And the chairs will also all be facing different ways. And then of course one of them needs to be like a solo table. Because somebody might want to sit by themselves. I think this wooden shade lamp is a really good one for this. Just so that way there's like little bits of lighting, but there's not too much. Because again, I want it to be very cozy in here. And I can also always go back and change my mind. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Now that we have the necessities out of the way, I think because of 3.0 we won't get a new game until 2028, 2029. I wouldn't be surprised. It would make sense. I do kind of have like this theory or like this feeling, whichever one you want to call it, that like all feelings aside of how anybody in particular feels about the 3.0 update and what was in it, I do feel like maybe the reason they did that was to buy themselves a bit more time because whatever Animal Crossing they're working on just isn't ready yet. Because if you like look at the past timelines of when other games came out and the gaps that were in between, and also I think there was something out there that I learned forever ago. I might be a little bit wrong on it, but I think it was like as soon as New Leaf came out, they started working on New Horizons. Or it might have been as soon as City Folk came out, they started working on New Leaf. I can't remember which one is which, but the point is they start working on it almost right away because there's just so much planning and other detailing that has to go into it that it just takes forever. So they probably are already working on it and it's just not ready yet. So I feel like they could have done the 3.0 update to buy themselves time so that way people wouldn't get too bored of Animal Crossing or forget about it. Will it look funny if I do the white couch? Let's see. I feel like having this in the corner as like a lounge corner would be cute. I can technically change the couches as well. Like the vintage sofas might be better, to be honest. If Wii U did not flop, I feel like we wouldn't have gotten New Horizons. In fact, speaking of that, who here had a Wii U? I never had one. I've played about every Animal Crossing game except for Amiibo Festival. What do I want to put in the corner, though, on that little table? Cute. I like it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm gonna put like coffee or food adjacent things on the tables because that's where the customers will sit. Ooh, I just realized there is not an even amount of space between these. Really glad that I noticed that because that looks weird. But what can go on the table by the couches? That doesn't need to be coffee. Could just be like a stack of books. Maybe. I have a Wii U. I technically never owned a GameCube of my own, but my cousins have one and I spent a lot of time with them growing up, so I used theirs whenever I played GameCube stuff. At a regular Wii, I always thought the concept for the Wii U was weird. I had a Wii as well. Technically we had more than one, but it's because I think we like broke like 2 of them. But I was also a child and not being as careful with my belongings. I feel like that just to go in the corner would be cute. Now I'll put these back if I don't like the other ones, but I just want to test what the vintage sofa would look like and see if that's better at all. Well, I kind of like both. But then again, like there's already so many dark tones in here that I feel like the white couches have the brightness. I just changed like the overhead lamp and now it's, I don't know. The lighting is what's really messing with me here. Like a lot. I just adjusted it again. I don't know. I'm probably gonna mess with that the most. There's a future video idea I want to film in the cafe and also for the restaurant when that eventually gets built, so that's part of why I'm being so annoying about it. I love that they took the concept of the Wii U and improved it and made the Switch. True. True, true. I feel like that's one of those signs where it's like, sometimes they do technically like don't listen to us, that's not a secret, but I also feel like, you know, they're not totally dumb or something. Like they do listen, just not consistently, unfortunately. I have a GameCube 3 feet away from me. What is your favorite game on it? Because mine was just Animal Crossing when I play it with my cousins at GameCube. And I can't leave the walls barren either, because that's just gonna look kind of ridiculous. Well, that's a little bit too high up. How are they supposed to reach that? Realistically. Now they can reach that if needed. But what else will go on the walls? Like over here. I have it kind of above that one, but not by a lot. Or maybe if I scoot that one over just a little bit more, they can each line up with the tables. I keep going back and forth between like what sections I'm using. I'm just a little indecisive and I'm being very picky about it this time around. It's just like radiating perfectly golden light right now. I love how I just said they can't reach it if I put the shelves up higher, but I'm going back on my own words and adding some of these. Or maybe just one. What does that look like so far? I don't know. I want to include it, but I also feel like I can't have both of these, then it kind of looks funny. I feel like the Wii U walked so the Switch could run. It probably did. It probably passed the baton, if you will. Have you guys ever looked into past Animal Crossing villagers that were either added at some point and very quickly removed, or were like created but like never added in? Because there's a good amount of them that Nintendo basically just like abandoned. They're centered, hopefully. All right, so we've got a bit on each wall, except for this one. And I guess technically not everything needs stuff on the wall, but I just feel like it should. I always feel weird about adding the deer decoration because they're deer villagers. It feels wrong. I don't know what else I want to add, but I feel like it's still missing something. I just scratched myself with part of my ring. That did not feel good. Ow. It's not even sharp, but just like I dragged it on there. There's like a piece of fluorite on my ring and I just like hit my nose with it. I've added this for the counter. Just for funsies, let's see what that would look like. I'll put the other stuff back in a second. I just want to see. I feel like that might look a little too extra. Yeah, I feel like it's a little unnecessary, so I will put the other one back. I'm also now second guessing the wallpaper, so that's even better. I like the dark chocolate flooring, but I don't like the wallpaper that matches it, because then I feel like it's a little much. Should I have left it as is? Probably, but I'm just second guessing my design choices at the moment. No, that doesn't look right either. I guess I'll just go back to what I had. No, that looks ridiculous. Never mind. I'm also second guessing the plants now, so that's amazing. Are these lined up? They are, yes, okay. I'm gonna take them off. I'm also gonna take off shelves because now I'm second guessing that too. But it's okay because it's not that deep and they can always be put back. I will keep them on this wall though, because you don't necessarily always see that angle. What's stumping me? Because I feel like, I know I keep changing my mind about things, but I don't like the walls being empty, but I also don't know what I want to put there that I will stick with. It's very frustrating. I feel like the practical detail of putting the broom behind the counter makes sense. They've got to have supplies somewhere to keep it clean. No, that looks weird. Okay, let's see what it looks like when you just walk in here. I see where the issue is. I know I'm just out of the plants and I keep like changing my mind about plants, but I'm gonna take them all down and then see what it looks like to walk around. As much as I liked it in the decorating mode, I feel like actually walking around made me realize that there's a little bit too much. So now let's try that. Okay, I feel like that's better. One thing that I'm debating is, excuse me, the slight voice crack. I'm debating putting a TV somewhere, just one, because I feel like a lot of cafes, not all of them, but a lot of them have some kind of TV for everybody to watch as a group. I'll test it, and then if it looks weird, then I won't bother. I feel like it would go on that wall because, you know, you can see it from here and you can see it from all the tables given. If you sat at this table, you'd have to crane your neck a little bit, but you could still see. Very 70s. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. I like this because realistically, if this was an actual cafe, you'd still need to have some kind of room for people to stand around while they're figuring out what they want to do, where they want to sit, or especially if they're busy and they have a line. I feel like this functionally works, and you've got like a cute little chess game in the corner. Didn't I already pick Alice to work at the school? Or did I pick Maple? I can't remember. Or was it Sydney? I can't remember who I picked, and I can't have them working two different jobs. I'll have the two of them do it. I don't think I chose either of them for the school. I'm gonna name it Coco. I feel like that's a very basic name for a cafe, but it's fine because it's cute and it's catchy. I like watching the little scenic moment that it does like this. Not always, but sometimes I do. Do you guys like to watch it whenever it appears? I love how they're walking around with trays that have nothing on them. And then nobody's been sitting at the tables. Who are you even serving things to, Pookies? Doesn't even make sense. Perfect. It's so funny looking watching them like all like pop in and out of the room whenever I do that for the pictures. I love the dialogue part when they're like, a few words, and I literally just like, I like to just put, I'm saying some words. I feel like it's very cheesy, but it's funny to me. He's so shy. Too bad I'm playing this in the evening, so that picture did not turn out very bright, but it's fine. Oh, okay, my chat apparently disconnected. Can y'all hear me and see me? It says it reconnected itself, but it briefly disconnected, which is already kind of a red flag because of the weather. Oops. Y'all hear and see me? Imagine if this was with money, like giving you like several $1,000s just to decorate a room. You're good, I can. Okay, that was, I mean, I was gonna say that was weird because it's like usually like a habit, have that be what comes out of my mouth whenever the chat disconnects. But it's not weird because I know why. The weather. See, it did it again. Let me see something. Okay, I technically have 20 minutes left of the stream. However, the fact that I'm starting to have chat disconnection issues back to back is kind of a red flag. And it's probably a good idea for me to go ahead and wrap it up now before it gets worse, or if like the stream lags. Like that's just, this is a good time for me to wrap that up before it gets worse in some way. Let me go ahead and change what screen I'm on. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you could. I do want to give a little PSA if you're not part of the Discord server or if you haven't seen my updates in the community tab. Basically, I'm having kind of a harder week than anticipated. I wanted to have a lot more streams than I've been doing, and I'm sorry that it's been kind of wonky. I will do my best to be live tomorrow. I don't want to promise it just in case something comes up or if I'm not feeling my best. But here's my usual schedule anyways, if you have not already seen it before. Again, I will try my best to be live tomorrow. If I am live, it'll more than likely be at about 5 p.m. Central Time. And if something comes up, I'm going to update about that in my Discord server. Here is a fresh invite link for that if you need it. And whenever my next live stream happens to be, I will see you then. Wait, actually, did I mute my stuff? No, there we go. Okay. Now the music is muted. Thank you for watching the stream. I will see you guys at the next one. Bye, everybody!